Hi guys, and welcome to another reading vlog. You are at a very weird angle, so if I'm looking in a weird place, then I'm sorry, and if this lighting is weird, then I'm sorry. This is my intro to my weekly reading. We've done this before, we know what's going on. So, let's talk about the books that I'm gonna read. It's Monday, I had off today, so I was doing stuff for last week's vlog, so check that out if you haven't already. Last week, I started my reread of The Infernal Devices. So this week I'm going to read book 2 in that series. I will be annotating it, so it's gonna take me a little bit to get through it. And I expect to cry, because I do every time I read this series. Then I am going to read The City of Brass. And this is a thick one. And I think it's like an adult YA fantasy, something. I don't know what the age range is, but I know I previously started it and DNF'd it like 20 pages in, but I've heard it's very, very good, and I'm hoping the reason that I wasn't getting into it was because I was rushing myself or because I was reading ebook at my library. So we're gonna try this out. And then the audiobook that I will be listening to for this week is Where the Lost Wander, which is a Oregon Trail story. I've heard that it's very emotional, so we will see how it goes. I actually haven't listened to a super emotional book on audio yet, so I'm not quite sure how that's gonna go, if I'm gonna connect as well as I would if I were to pick it up and read with my eyes, or what, but we'll see. Ebook that I will be reading at work is Not So Pure and Simple. It's a contemporary about a kid who has a crush on a girl, so he joins her church and like unwittingly signs a purity pledge, and then it's like, I don't know what to do with this. Those are the things that I'm reading. I realized that I didn't talk about what these things are about. So, The City of Brass, as far as I know, it's dual POV, a woman or a girl. I don't know how old she is. She knows that she has powers and she uses it to leave and play tricks on people to get money, but she accidentally summons a genie, and the genie is like, hey, there's like this city where like you can have powers and you won't be attacked, let's go there. And so they go there, and then the other POV is like the prince of the royal family from the place. So that's what this is. This is the second book. The series is about Tessa Gray, who has the ability to become anything that she wants, any person that she wants. So she just needs like an article of something that they've worn or like they value, and then she can become them, she can access their thoughts, etc. And she doesn't know that she has these abilities until she gets kidnapped by warlocks, and she gets rescued by Will Herondale, who is a shadow hunter, and this is when she kind of discovers that shadow hunters exist. There are like other mythical creatures, so there are like werewolves, vampires, etc. And then these shadow hunters are kind of charged, they're half angel, half human, and they're charged with protecting humans from demons and keeping like the peace amongst downworlders, and just downworlders are the magical creatures, so like vampires and stuff. They're charged with keeping the peace with them. I am expecting this to be very emotional romance between two of the characters. So this is like a love triangle, which it's like the best done love triangle I think I have ever seen, and like the only one that I genuinely support. But one part of this love triangle just breaks my heart in this one, and there's like a scene in particular where you know what I'm talking about, and it just makes me really emotional because they're both hurting, but like the male part of the love triangle, it just hurts. So like I said, I'm gonna be annotating it, and I expect it to be very painful. I'm probably gonna finish reading Sabrina, the graphic novel that I was reading last week. I think this is like the original Archie World comic. I'm not quite sure. I'm like 55% of the way through it. So I think I can knock it out tonight and then pick a new comic book, graphic novel, manga to start tomorrow. I do work tomorrow, so I will be in the office. I will talk to you guys later. the day. The ferrets are out and enjoying some playtime, and I am gonna do some reading. I got 14% of the way through Where the Lost Wanderer, I think is what it's called. We have just been introduced to the indigenous character. I think he's half indigenous, half European. So we've just been introduced to him. We are about to start the journey, and I think this is gonna be really emotional. We've kind of already gotten an insight into what's gonna happen towards like maybe the conflict of the story. So I think it's going to be tough and an emotional read, but I think it's gonna be good. So now I'm going to start the City of Brass, and I'm excited to jump into this. I, like I said, DNF'd it previously, so I'm probably just gonna start over from the beginning and go from there. But I think while the ferrets are out playing, I am going to play some Animal Crossing because I haven't played it in a long time, and I'm sure my island is struggling. So I will update you guys once I'm in City of Brass and have some thoughts. Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday morning, and I am getting ready for work. I didn't do a whole lot of reading yesterday. I started City of Brass, and by started I mean I read the first page, and then I got distracted, and that seems to be like a theme that's going on right now with my reading. I know that I'll be reading more of Where the Lost Wander when I'm driving. I also started the Hating Game yesterday, the audiobook, while I was playing like Animal Crossing and hanging out with the ferrets, and I am not very far into that. I don't know how I feel about it. I'll have to look at when it was written, because the main character uses some not great language about mental health facilities and mentally unwell people, so it's a little off-putting, but you know, I'm surprised I've never heard anybody say anything about it before, so I'll have to look into that. But I don't really know if I want to read City of Brass right now. I added it to my TBR, if you saw my September TBR video, but I'm just not really feeling it. Oh, I also started Not So Pure and Simple last night. Again, I only got like a couple of pages into that because I just started it right before bed. So I'm probably gonna continue reading that at work if I have a chance. I have a pretty big audit today. I work for a nonprofit that helps low-income households if they need like assistance with their house. So my specific job, aside from bookkeeping, is I help people that lack indoor plumbing or have failed septic systems. So we are a nonprofit, and for these particular really big projects, we get our funding through the state. And so after every project or every fiscal year, we get audited to see the work that we did and make sure that we're keeping our records straight. And this is gonna be the first audit that I've done with this company today, and it's all gonna be virtual, and it's gonna go really weirdly. So I'm not sure how my day is gonna go, if I'm gonna have any time to read or what, but we'll see. So I'm gonna read Not So Pure and Simple if I have a chance. I'll listen to Where the Lost Wander while I'm driving, and then I will probably pick up Clockwork Prince physically. But I wanted to show you guys this shirt. So it's this girl on a book with a timepiece, and then it says, "When in doubt, go to the library." And then I have my angelic rune necklace, and then these rings. I don't usually talk about my clothes, I don't know why I'm doing this right now, but these rings my partner and I got at Comic-Con, I want to say a couple of, maybe two or 3 years ago. So this is his, he doesn't wear it, so I wear it, and it's his gamer tag in, I want to say Elvish, and then this is mine, and it says, "I'm not afraid of the dark," which is from the video game Kingdom Hearts, and this is in Elvish. I don't know why I said that or you guys care, but there you go. So I'm gonna eat my breakfast and then I'm gonna head off to work. I will talk to you guys later. Okay, so let's look if I've updated my Goodreads at all this week, because I don't feel like I have read any books, like finished any books. So I did finish Sabrina, the graphic novel. I didn't rate it because it was just what it was. But I pre-recorded a lot of videos, edited a lot, and that's pretty much it. I feel like I've done a bunch, just not anything with rating. I still need to do some journaling stuff today. I don't know if I'm gonna do that now or what. Oh, I started the hating game and I am over 50% of the way through, and I'm fully expecting it to be 5 out of 5 stars. If 4 out of 4 stars or 5 out of 5 stars, depending on where we go from here. But it is so good. Like, the tension between the characters is astounding. I also started reading. See, now I'm here talking about it. I have been reading. So I picked up Not So Pure and Simple. What are you doing? You smell gross. What have you been doing? What have you been missing? Picked up Not So Pure and Simple, and then I set it down. I got an ebook, and then I set it down because I'm gonna get it physically for my library. And then I started Irresistible, and I got to page 92. So I started that today. What else? I feel like I've read some other stuff. I listened to Where the Lost Wander, and I put that down because my Hoopla books are due. But yeah, so I just started Irresistible, and yes, so I am 32% of the way through. I'm liking it. It's a single dad age gap romance. This, City of Brass. I think I said earlier I was gonna set it down until I was feeling it. I might try to pick it back up tonight, and I might try to pick up Clockwork Prince. Honestly, if anything's gonna get me out of my slump, this is going to. Also, a romance is going to. So, right now I'm kind of leaning towards reading Irresistible, but I might pick this up. Who knows? I might be feeling spicy and decide I want to read this. But I don't know what the deal is. I feel like this is a trend. The first week, during the week, I don't do any reading, and then all of my reading happens during the weekend, which makes sense. But if you guys, I'm thinking if I should just go to straight weekend reading vlogs, but I don't know, because I still read during the week. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But I am excited for you guys to see these upcoming videos that I have. I'm very excited. Anyways, at this point, I'm just rambling. I think I'm going to listen to the hating game and play some Animal Crossing while the ferrets are out. Because, like I've said, they're a full-time job to watch, so it's hard to read a book physically while they're out, but they won't be out all night, obviously, because they'll get sleepy. So yeah, I'm gonna put the hating game on, hopefully finish it tonight, and play some Animal Crossing. So hey guys, okay, so it is Friday at some time that I don't know, 8:30, and I actually have some reading to talk about. So I finished some things and I started a book, so that's good. So I finished the audiobook for The Hating Game, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I had some issues with some of the jokes that were made about mental health facilities and patients in mental health facilities, but I thought that it was really well done. It was written very well. The tension between the characters was written incredibly well, and I just didn't really have any... Hello?
I don't want to mess your video up.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah, I snuck in here and look at this.
I could tell based on Gotham's reaction. So I finished that, and then I also finished Irresistible, which I gave 2 out of 5 stars. I finished that last night. Honestly, I've already forgotten what happens in the book. There's no character development, no plot. The female main character really, her entire purpose was just to prop up the male and make his life easier. That was the whole point. And a lot of situations that they got in that would have warranted more of a negative reaction from her, but she was too cool and laid back to care, so she just let it slide. I don't know, it wasn't good. I have gotten 132 pages into City of Brass, and I'm really liking it. I basically just picked it up this morning, so I started where I had left off of when I DNF'd it last time, and I'm definitely enjoying it more this go round. I don't know why, but I am. This is good. And I think that's it as far as what I'm reading now. I have a couple of books that I want to read this weekend. I want to get through City of Brass. And then I also want to start Clockwork Princess Clockwork Prince, because I haven't started this yet and I want to. So we will see what happens. But for right now, I'm really enjoying the City of Brass. I'm really liking Dara, the Djinn that she summoned. He has like this grumpy personality, and we're kind of getting some history into like him. We find out that Djinn had been like enslaved previously, and he was a slave, and his master like made him slaughter a bunch of people basically. So we're getting some history into him and some history into like this world, and the world building of this is really good. I'm still getting a little confused as to the differences between all of like the things that they're talking about, but there is like a key in the beginning of the book that explains what everything is, so I just need to give it another read. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying it, so I think I'm gonna go back to reading it and see how far I can get in before I get too sleepy. Hey guys, it is Saturday afternoon at almost 3 o'clock. I have done a terrible job of updating this vlog this week, or even just reading in general. I feel like I've done no reading this week, but I got in this mood where I just wanted to record videos and edit, and so I have like basically my content for the rest of the month already up and scheduled to post. So that's good. So these vlogs will just be like my main focus for the rest of the month, which leaves me some time to read. But I have been reading City of Brass. I am now 231 pages in. So I have about this much left until I'm halfway done. Not much has been happening. The Nahiri and Dara have just been traveling to the city, and Ollie has been like getting into some stuff. So even though not much has really been happening, it's been keeping my attention when I'm actually sitting down to read. So I'm hoping to be able to finish this today. I don't really have a whole lot left to read. It's only like 500 and some change. That's pretty much all I have left to do today. Like I said, all of my videos are done, so I don't really have anything else on the schedule besides read. It is feeling fantastic out. It hasn't felt great out since May. Basically since May, we have been at like 90 degrees with a heat index of like 110 every single day. And so we actually are starting to cool off. So I might go outside and read on the porch. Who knows? I haven't decided yet. Once I have once more is actually going on, I will be able to give you guys some thoughts on what's going on. Like I said, I'm really still enjoying it. It's keeping my attention. The world building in this is fantastic. I'm loving the like history of this world, and I'm loving just kind of all of like the magic system and all that, and I'm interested to learn more. We're getting a bunch of different dynamics to how this world has been working for thousands of years, and like the different sides, and I'm interested to see what happens. I'm gonna jump back into this, and I will let you guys know later how I'm feeling. Finished City of Brass, and I think I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. This was so good. Like, if you can keep me entertained when half of your book is travel, you're doing it right. Like, there was never a time when I was reading this where I was bored. I was enjoying myself 100% of the time, and it was really good, and like the ending was really good, and the whole book you're like, okay, well, who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy? Who do I support? And where do I want our main characters to end up? Who do I want them to become? Who do I believe? And the world building was so fascinating. The magic system was so interesting. The writing was just so gorgeous, and I loved the characters, and I cannot wait to pick up the second one because this was so freaking good. I would highly recommend this. If you are trying to get into adult fantasy and you are like concerned about some of the myths, I guess, that they claim about adult fantasy, how it's all too heavy, struggle to get into, I would recommend picking this up. It's fantastic. Like, I'm shocked and so happy at how good this book is. And I definitely look forward to a reread. And I'm probably gonna reread it before I pick up the second one because I don't know when I'm gonna pick the second one up. But wow, so good. I would highly recommend. So yeah, now that I have finished that, the next book that I plan on reading is Clockwork Prince, but I kind of am also feeling a romance. So I recently just picked up some Kindle Unlimited books, and the one that I think I'm going to go with is Born Darkly. I guess it's considered I think it's, from what it sounds like, it's more of like a romantic thriller, suspense, mystery thingy, because it sounds like it's a Joker and Harley Quinn situation where the guy is like a purported like psychopath or sociopath, I don't know which one, and the female is like his therapist. So I don't know beyond that, but I've heard it's mega good, so I think I'm feeling picking that one up. And then I'll get into Clockwork Prince. I have a lot of stuff on my TBR that I haven't gotten to. I have it written down somewhere, but I think it's in my office, and I don't want to get up and go get it. So for right now, I'm gonna jump into the romance book that I was telling you about, and then maybe I'll pick up Clockwork Prince, but I'm getting kind of sleepy, so I might just read the romance until I fall asleep, and then I will pick up Clockwork Prince and see how much I can get into it tomorrow. So yeah, I'm sorry that this vlog has been so incredibly boring. I just really haven't done much this week except get my videos recorded and edited and stuff. But yeah, anyways, so I'm gonna jump into this book and I will update you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it is 1:20-ish on Sunday and I have finished Born Darkly. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I am hesitant to call this a romance. It's the story of a psychologist and her client who is a serial killer, and some things brew between them. I really liked it. It was dark, it was twisty, it was a little steamy, and I really liked the characters individually and together, like as a couple. And I also think that you can tell that the author did some research into the topics, which is great. We love to see it. And it was just a good read. I'm tempted to pick up the second one, but we'll see. So I still have some daylight left in the day, so I think I'm going to pick up the Clockwork Prince and see how far I can get in. So it is almost 5 o'clock and it is time to wrap up this vlog. So I didn't actually do as much reading as I would have liked this week, and I didn't really do much vlogging, but let's talk about the books that I read. Okay, so the first thing that I finished this week was Sabrina the Teenage Witch Volume 1. I really liked this. I didn't rate it because it's like the first volume of a series. It was really gorgeous, really pretty. The illustration was gorgeous, and I really liked the story, so I will be continuing. I then finished Irresistible, which I gave 2 out of 5 stars. Supremely underdeveloped, and I didn't really feel like anything happened. I'm kind of disappointed. This is a really hyped book, and it just didn't do anything for me. I then finished The Hating Game, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars. I thought the tension was simmering, very, very well written. I then finished City of Brass, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars. This was absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to eventually pick up the second one. I finished Born Darkly, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars. I think it was very well written. I'm hesitant to call it a romance, but I liked the relationship together, and I appreciated that the author seemed to actually do research into the topics that it's about. And then lastly, I got 60 pages into Clockwork Prince, and I'm looking forward to continuing this next week. Y'all will just have to watch next week's vlog to get my opinions on this. And that's gonna be the end of this week's vlog. I hope you guys liked it. I know it was a shorter one. Comment down below if you guys like shorter vlogs, or you like kind of like the longer 40-minute vlogs. I'm not sure how long this one is gonna be because I don't really know how much footage I actually have and after editing and all that stuff. But let me know which one you guys prefer, like the shorter ones, the longer ones. I personally love long vlogs because I just feel like I'm with the person, just like hanging out with the person, and it's really nice. Anyways, just let me know what you guys prefer, and yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much.